I think we are live. All right. Let me just scroll down and confirm that we are live. What's up, dudes? Looks like we got Krellbar and Terry and Ben and Scott and Peter. And Caleb. Tactical six string, all the usuals. Where's the new Stratomacaster? In due time, Jokeman. Germany. Nice. Guten Tag. Guten Nacht. Hey Steve, not new to your channel, but kind of living on the rock past couple of years. Always enjoyed your vids. Glad to catch up your live stream. Thanks, buddy. Great to have you, man. A little close getting here. What axe is that? This is a Framus. You know what? I got to get the video up front. Sorry, just bear with me, guys. Here we go. There we go. I gotta, so I can see what I'm looking at in the camera here, in the camera eye. This is a Framus. Panthera 2. And speaking of Germany, it's made in Germany. This isn't their master built, but it is custom shop, so they're like, you know, they're up there. They're like $3,000, somewhere around there, $3,100. But it is gorgeous. These guitars are so nice. And you know what? It's on a loaner. And it's got to go back, I'm sure, pretty soon because it's been here for a little bit. And I just wanted to get my licks in before I have to send it back, right? It is a beautiful guitar, though. Nice flambe maple top with the mahogany body. So how you guys doing, man? I'm so excited to be here. I really am, because the summer's over. It's September 1st. The kids go back to school next week. Not that I don't love them. It's just that, you know, it does free up my day to make videos. Although I did add a lot of insulation, acoustic insulation up to the ceiling. And it's not perfect. I mean, you still hear noise, but it is way down from what it was. But, you know, it's just such, the movement's so heavy. I would really need to do a lot more to it, but you know what? It's a start. It's a start. It's better than it was. What's up, Jerry? What's up, David? Hola. Yeah, very nice axe bright. Yeah, they're nice. I like them. I'm on a gear drought, nothing for months, almost time to indulge. Yeah, I've had some scores recently. I've had some insane scores. I don't even know if I can break that Strat out and talk about it because the score on that Strat was such a score. It's the most scoringest score I ever scored. And I've had another really good one recently, too. I mean, just amazing. But it's almost, I feel like if I do it in a live show, it'll get buried. And I almost have to, like, dedicate a video to it. But, yeah. That Sherwood Green Strat, man. Irma Gurr. I like the pickups on this, and I think these are their in-house pickups, right? I don't think these are, like, third-party branded. I think these are Framus pickups. And you know what the other thing? And I actually met their tech when I went to the Nashville NAMM show. Their guitars are the most in-tune and intonated guitars. Framus, man. The precision is noticeable. It's very, very precise. Jerry, thanks for hanging out, buddy. That was a touch and go down watching for my Trek fans out there. Hey, what's up, Chad Boston? I am drinking the Rwandan blend. We just went through a bag of the Costa Rican, which I have to say, the Costa Rican blend from Costco is just amazing. That's one of my favorite beans by them. But this is Rwandan, just because they had a giant, you know, double pallet of the Costa Rican, and they had like, you know, half a pallet of the Rwandan. Clearly, they were about to run out of the Rwandan. I said, let me just grab one more bag of Rwandan, and then I'll be on Costa Rican for the fall. And then somewhere around late October, November, that Sumatran's going to show up. SG fan here. I almost got an SG recently. We can talk about the one that got away. I was on Guitar Center used, and they had, you know, a bunch of SGs, and they had one for $7.99, and it was not just most of the ones at that price point had dot inlays, right? They were not the standard with the binding on the neck and trapezoid. You had to go to like $8.50, $8.99, and then they're everywhere. But at $7.99 they become a little rarer, and at $7.49 they become exceedingly rare to get it with the binding on the neck and the trapezoid inlays, and, you know, the inlaid Gibson at the top. I mean, that gets harder and harder once you get pretty much $7.99 is that stopping point. So I know that's sort of the bottom of the market for anything that's a standard, and they had the limited edition that had the mini Firebird humbucker in the neck, and the classic 57 in the bridge, and it had like a coil tap or whatever, and it's an ebony, and it's 24 frets. And that's why they need the mini humbucker, right? Because the neck extends out a little bit. They need a smaller humbucker to fit in the same spot, so they don't have to move the neck, and they just keep the fretboard going a little bit. Boy, I hemmed and hawed too long. I stared at that for about 24 hours. Gone. That's how it works, you know. Ugh. Hey, what's up, Riff Magos? Yeah, exactly. You're in Robert Baker's track record. He'll have his available for me soon, right? God, that dude, he's always he's always buying and selling, huh? Hey, what's up, Paul from Milwaukee? Good to see you, buddy. What are your thoughts on Glenn Fricker Loudmouth? You know, here's the one thing about Glenn. He'd probably kill me for telling you this, but he's a lovable teddy bear off camera. Having been around him, he's a really nice guy. I know he's trying to keep up the crazy persona, and you know, and his videos are, you know, certainly fearless gear reviews, and he certainly gives out shit, you know. But you know, I find him to be quite nice. Hey, what's up, Kenny? I'm really digging my Edwards LP 120. Edwards makes good stuff. I very often do an Edwards search string. They make a P90 guitar that's pretty damn good. You know, a Les Paul copy, and you'll get the right shape with Edwards, unlike so many other brands, right? Because they're coming out of Japan. But it depends on how you import it. But yeah, no, Edwards is good. Good stuff, I think. It's going by a little fast, guys. Sorry, trying to read one here. Saw someone playing on YouTube playing a Bernie with a sustainable flood rose in the boost, and I was like, God, it was minty fresh. Yeah, Bernie's another brand, right? That's another one of those Les Paul copy brands that's pretty damn good, right? Greco, Bernie, Edwards. Those are pretty much the three big, you know, and FGN, Fujigen. What's up, Sydney? Hello. Play Slayer? Yeah, you know, I don't know a ton of Slayer. Slayer came out just slightly after my time. They were around when, you know, in the 80s, but they couldn't catch a cold in this town. It wasn't until the early 90s, I want to say like 90 or 91, that I think they switched up their singer, right? And they really took off. And by then, I had moved on to John Scofield and Mike Stern, and I was really out of the metal scene completely. Justin, can you see me? I can see you, Showman. Oh, I can see you. And what are you doing? What is that you're wearing? What's up, Scotland? Great to see you, buddy. You into Mean Street Guitars? I have a video on a Mean Street guitar. I never owned it, but Bobby owned it, and I did a video on it. I heard that they've had trouble because ever since Fender, you know, licensed the stripes that I think Eddie owns, he has the trademark on that. You know, they're militant, so I guess people who have had... Someone had literally left a comment for me just in the last couple of weeks saying that they were having trouble selling a Mean Street guitar, that that it had become sort of a pariah because it, in some very real way, is a copy, is a counterfeit, despite its, you know, its outstanding quality and being made in the U.S. and all that junk, you know. I'm slightly out of tune with 440. All right, yeah, I probably just tuned with itself. Yeah. Done, bro. Welcome to the tuning channel. Oh yeah, no, I'm sharp. I'm sharp, bro. I'm sharp. You know how that goes, right? You get a little bit of string creep, right? You get one that goes sharp, and the next thing you do, no, you're going sharp because it's easier just to bring up the pitch. So far, so good. A little bit right there. Come on. Baby steps, I find. A little bit. Almost. You know what? These are these ratio tuners, and man, they have a very high ratio. Here we go. Something like that. And just a hair more there. One more time, just to be sure. There's the G, there's the B, there's the E, and... Damn! That's that drop in humidity. Yeah, we have been roller coastering, right? We were super muggy. This past week was disgusting. Dew point 74 or 75. It was... we broke a record for... the day, a record high at 98 and a record high low at 81. So the coldest it got that night was 81 degrees. And I think we're 4.5 degrees above normal for August, which I believe sets a record for us for August, you know. We get a killer 80s riff. Here we go. Yeah, it's been brutal. It's been brutal. And so it got cooler for one day yesterday. It was definitely cooler. It was a high of like 75 or 76, something like that. Much lower dew point. But today, it was back up to 80, and the dew point's back up to like 61, and it's like, here we go. And they say by midweek we're going to be back in the 90s again. So, yeah, it's been warm. It's like summer took a while to get going, but now it's here and it doesn't want to leave. Still think I'm out. There we go. Time for coffee. Yeah, it's not even the heat, it's the humidity. It really is. When you get a dew point of 74, like I've said many times, it's like when you go outside, it's like you stepped into someone's mouth, right? It is just disgusting out there. It's so muggy and humid. So I have some announcements. Want some announcements? One is that I'm gonna. I met Orange out at Tagoo, out at the Tommy Gearhead University event, and I did a little video with them out there about. I guess it's a series they do called "How to Break Your Warranty" or "How to Ruin Your Warranty." I forget. Anyway, we shot video, and it'll be coming up soon in about a week. And in a little bit, not right away, but soon, they're going to send me some ants. Not to keep loaners, which I don't mind, because they cover the shipping. But I'll be able to get some Orange stuff through here. So I know the first round they're going to send me a few of the Crushes and Crush Pros, and I think a Brent Hines and a Dark Terra, because that's the one I really wanted. That's the one. That's my favorite amp. But there's the Dark Terra and the Dual Dark. The Dark series. I like the Dark series. But if you wanted me to check out anything else other than that, just let me know, and I'll talk with them. And as amps go back, they'll send more amps here, and we can check them out. And I really like that because it really it works both ways, because I can't afford to buy all those amps, but I love to check amps out. Hey, thanks, Riff Magos. Thanks, buddy. Much appreciated. My coffee salutes you. So it should be good, and it's going to be, I think, good to work with Orange. They're, they make good amps from everything I can see. Anyway, we shot a little video, and yeah, the vocals can be a little louder. Yeah, check. I don't want to be too loud. Check. Is that a little better? Anyway, watch your ears. The OR100. Okay, duly noted, Chris. Watch your ears a little bit. I have a video I have queued up here, which I'm about to run, and it's just a little promo for the Orange stuff. And I figured, we're a good 18 minutes in. It's as good a time as any to get this out. So hold on to your butts. I'm about to start this video in 3, 2.
Protect your eyes, kids.
Please explode. No.
And we're back. I can't believe that worked. I hope you heard the audio. I recognize at least one dude in that video. Oh, that joke never gets old. So yeah, that's coming up soon. I think in September. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Man, I got a touch of the black lung. Yeah, I was worried it was going to be loud. Sorry. Don't say I didn't warn you. Any unboxings tonight? Well, you know, I don't think we really took a look at least one of the guitars. I tell you, I have a few guitars near me. I do have the Sherwood Green Strat nearby, as well as the Diamond Hailfire. Oh, Hailfire. Because people seem to really like that. I used that for the Foos the other day, which is a killer pedal. I felt bad I messed up the audio on that. That was totally my bad. Yeah, guys got to give me a mulligan on that one, all right? Who's emailing me? Nobody. Here we go. New gear. What amp am I plugged into? I am plugged into TH3, and I'm probably using my dual heavy rig. What's up, Terry? Tickler? You could try a different patch if you want to do something like, what do we have? Like, this is a good one I've been playing a lot lately because it's a bit simple, right? It's a it just kind of sings. It's very sweet. You know. So which one's that one? I'll give you a patch name. That's called Contemporary Blues 2. Oh, that too. That's going to be a problem because that means I modified it. So it's Contemporary Blues, and I must have done something to it. I probably cranked up, just looking at the Tube 9 here, I probably just cranked that up a little bit, if I had to guess. You can hear my condenser draining out. I love that delay. What's up, James? Doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. Looking forward to the kids coming back to school. What software are you using? TH3. TH3. It is not Bias FX. It is TH3. Though I will say I got a new iPad recently, and my Bias FX automatically updated. I had an old iPad, and probably Bias FX 2 wouldn't work with it. And I got the new iPad, and it automatically updated from 1 to 2. So that's cool. Free update. I bought that software like 4 years ago. So that's always nice. delay set at 300 milliseconds. I think that sounds too short. What is the delay set to? 549 milliseconds with a 114 millisecond spread of 15% regeneration. A wet-dry level of 11.9% and an overall output increase level of 1.9 dB. You're cleared for takeoff now. You get a tiny Terrafer. All right, you should be plug that bad boy in 0412 Bishop Hog. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. They're gonna send me a 212. They're gonna send me a 212 cab, which I need a decent cab here pretty desperately. The Panama 212 is probably the best cab I have, and it's not bad, but something tells me that orange, which is probably Celestian loaded, is gonna sound even better. So I'm really looking forward to that. Have I got the foot controller hooked up yet? I have not. I've been so lame. It's been so busy. I know. I got to do it. And then I have to just sit down with it and go through the parameters and set everything up. You know what? I started to do this insulation project up here. You know, stuffing insulation up. And it's really been taking up a lot of my time. But it's made a difference. Again, it's not where I'd like it to be, but it's better than it was. It couldn't get much worse, as a wise man once said. Does that feel like a Les Paul or a Telly or neither? This, not really, kind of neither. It's got a much, I would say, the width on the neck is similar to a Les Paul, but the front to back is narrower than a Les Paul without a doubt. It's not a particularly thick neck, you know. It's actually rather thin. What gives you breathing room is that it's a little bit wider side to side, especially when you get up a little bit higher. So you get nice string separation. There's your problem area right there. Screwed that up, but close enough, guys. Come on. I'm gonna need another mulligan. Oh, thanks, Phil. I'm assuming your name's Phil. I'm filling in vowels on that one. Yeah, dotted eighth note delay. What do you think of the EVH line of amps? I've heard nothing but good things about them. I did hear that they were having maybe some problems with quality control, and that like the amps weren't lasting. They were having some problems with them. But that might have been the very, very early runs, and that could have all been worked out by now. That's been quiet on that front for a while, so it's probably all been worked out. Yeah, bad humidity. Oh, God, it is. It's been... like I said, we've been on the roller coaster. It's not so much bad humidity. It's that it's up, it's down, it's back, it's forth. It's like, geez. You know. Hello from Connecticut. What do you have for pickups? In this, I think they're stock. I think these, and I think they're in-house. I think that these are their in-house Framus made pickups. Right. They sound good. Do these tap? Does this pull at all? No? Pull the knob off. Oh my God, it does. It totally does. Well, you learn something new every day now, don't you? Is this what? No, all right. Oh, that's funny. Hey, thanks, Jack. There we go. How are we doing here? All right. We got a few people. We got a few people here for a holiday weekend. It's a holiday weekend in the States. It's Labor Day. Pretty soon we'll be bitching about 15-degree temps. I swear I won't. Maybe a little bit, but not as much as the summer. Yeah, that's a Silver Lake right there. Seymour Duncan Silver Lake. I should have a video out on that pretty soon. Right there. It's a killer pedal. It's got like 6 different reverbs in it. Poo Ninja says 212 vertical or horizontal? Vertical. Rock on, Bucks County. What's up, Las Vegas? What year is that blue Strat? Coolest guitar I've seen. So this Strat here, the blue one, that is a made in Japan for the Japanese market only. So they're kind of hard to get in the States. In the Japanese market, they will do reissues other than like the 57, the 50s and the 60s, right? They do sort of specific models, and that's the 65. They literally had a 65 reissue. And that's it. And so it has binding on the neck and big oversized, mother of pearl inlays, and it's a very interesting guitar. I really like that about the the Strats. There's so many little variations, and of course Lake Placid blue. I mean, that color. Well, thanks for hanging out, Tyler. First time live viewer from Central Coast, California. Hold on a second. Something like that. Mr. Bissy, great to see you, buddy. Such a great little riff. Let me see. I'm going to have to switch it up here. What are we doing? We'll go back to... Everyone seems to like this one. This is a fan favorite. I'm going to mark this one a fan favorite. A little tougher on this. So I'm not used to it. R2, R3. Most of my guitars are Japanese pre-lawsuit. Good stuff. Made in Japan is, generally a quality guitar. Worcester. I was just out in Worcester for the Crank and Skank Festival. There were cranks and skanks there. It was pretty awesome. know, and they did. Like all the reggae stuff, you know. What's happening to your wife and kids? Kind of quiet lately. You've got a lot of new equipment, very suspicious. What? Ooh, getting a text from Robert Baker. I think my son is asleep. Last time I checked, he was asleep in his room. And I think my wife and my daughter probably went out to do some last-minute school shopping, if I had to guess. I suspect they're spending money right now. That's just my guess, but I don't know. They went and did some zip lining thing earlier, but I don't think, that's a daytime thing. SFB, you can't wait for the NFL to start. Yeah. We're looking to get back into it. I love the football. I don't even really watch the preseason stuff. It's such a waste of time. I really don't even start watching until the regular season. Did you get your skank on? I did. Oh, there were skanks there. I will say this though, they had a memorable and noteworthy selection of craft beers. I mean, they had a beer list that must have had 15 or 18 beers on it, maybe more. I mean, that's pretty damn good for a festival. Wista. I tell you what's crazy is we went into Worcester by Route 9, and when you go in that way and you go through, I think was it Shrewsbury is the last town before you start to go up and down into the Worcester Hills. You look into the distance, and man, you get some. My ears were popping. I was like, damn, we're getting up there. All right, is it time? Stop fighting the frame. It's time. So what are we doing? We have, here are your choices. I have the Diamond Hailfire, which you've seen. And I have the new Sherwood Green Strat, which you've seen, but not really. The Iron Maiden songs. Tie with your boots on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the Strat so far. If you wanted the Hailfire, you're in a hole right now, okay? You're deep in a hole. Another one for the Strat. Another one for the Strat. Oh, my God. One for the Bruins. Can't help himself. Anything. He goes to a restaurant. They say, what would you like, sir? He goes, Bruins. All right. I'm hearing Strat. I'm seeing a lot of love for the Strat. We're going Strat. All right, here we go. Now watch your ears. I'm going to move this microphone right now, and it's going to be a little clicky. All right? So I'm warning you right now. This is a pre-warn. What we call a warning. A little pre-warn, okay? Careful. Clickety. We're going under here. I'm just going to clip it right there for now. Thanks, Peter. All right, hold on. I gotta mute this because I don't want to hurt your ears. All right, muting. Yeah, bro. I mean, if you needed a guitar to break out on St. Patrick's Day every year, I mean, this is pretty much it. It's a Fender AVRI. '62. With a 59 neck. It's a long story. Anyway, Robert Baker can't answer this question. He is disqualified from answering this. But anyone else, you want to take a guess on what I paid for this? Anybody? Anybody? Anyone but Baker. That's right, I put that on mute. Baker's the only one who can't answer because he already knows. He knows everything. Krellbar, look at you getting aggressive. Are you trying to underscore me, make me look bad? Yeah, yeah. See, someone did hit it. Someone hit it exactly. Someone nailed it. And it did come with a hard shell case. I paid $5.99 for it, and 1 penny for a Fender hard shell case. $5.99 for an AVRI, and the pickups are custom shop 69s. And the wiring in there might be some of the most professional wiring I've ever seen. I don't know who did it, but it's unbelievably clean. It's some of the cleanest I've seen. But this is one of my best scores out there. 600 even, no tax, no shipping, no nothing. 600, $5.99.99 for the guitar, 1 penny for the case, and I couldn't get out of there fast enough. I got it from Guitar Center up in Nashua, New Hampshire. That's why I didn't have to pay tax, because they have no sales tax. The story of this guitar is very long and involved, but they had it up for $10.99. Then they dropped it to $7.99, and I went up there and basically, got into it with them about the guitar, and pointed out a few things. And I probably could have got it for $500. I probably could have. They were down, and I said, but I wound up going $600 because I just felt like I was taking advantage of them. Yeah, the clay dots. And like I said, custom shop pickups. I knew I wasn't going to lose money because one of these necks sold like the week before on eBay for $625. So I said, well, let me offer you $600. Good to see you here, Broken Finger. Yeah, right, Peter? It's just one of those things where I saw it online. I saw it had been reduced. There were so many red flags on the guitar. And then I just went up there. I brought my kids with me. And, we just sort of went back and forth on the guitar, and I was like, I'll give you $600, and they were like, all right, let's do this. And I was like, damn, full on lacquer, you know, and like I said, it's got gorgeous custom shop 69s in them that are like brand new. So I don't know, this guitar at its heart, it's a parts guitar. Okay, that I have to recognize. I pulled it up. I've pulled the whole thing apart. All right, the body is a 1999 62 AVRI, which was available in '99 in Sherwood Green. You could get it in Sherwood Green, and of course, it's got the full date stamp, and it's the provenance is correct. All the markings in the neck pocket are accurate and correct in what it's supposed to be. And same with underneath the pickups, right? The dots and the grooves and everything. It's all correct, right? So it's definitely, and it's date stamped, and it's it's a 1999 62 AVRI. But that didn't come with clay dot inlays. So somebody likes the clay dot inlays, and they stuck. The neck is dated October 2016. That's why the neck is so clean and so pristine. The body's got some, you can see right there. See that little chip? Right? That's how I knew it was lacquer, too. You could just feel the lacquer. And it's got one big mark right there on the back, right there. See it? You can see it right there. Right there. There's the biggest mark on the whole guitar. So it was like, I mean, it's in that way, it's sort of like a real relic, right? In that, they don't give you a beat up neck on a relic, right? No one wants, worn down frets on a relic. So the body is definitely a little bit more relic than the neck. The neck is pristine, and the body is a little bit more beat up because it's a 99 body on a 2016 neck. October 2016 is the date stamp on the neck. And the neck is stamped with a special part number, right? And that's literally sort of like dyed right into the wood. And because you can see it spread out into the wood fibers. And that part number matches the 59 AVRI part number. So I think what this guy was doing was like, he said, I like my 62, but I wish it had the clay dot inlays like the 59. I swear I think that's what it was. And he just mashed it up and then added, or maybe he just had the body and found a neck to match up with it. Maybe that's the dude who bought the neck for $625 off of eBay 2 weeks earlier, but I doubt it. And like I said, the pickups are custom shop. So, I mean, the score was the scoringest score I ever scored. It was pretty good. The funny thing is I have these exact pickups, not these exact ones, because these are custom shop with the hologram sticker on the bottom, and my other ones don't have the hologram sticker. They have the AY initial and the date. So I don't know. I don't know if they're made exactly the same, but they're both custom. They're both CS69s, and these look brand new. So I could hear the sound. I said, wow, those are a little extra bright, very twangy. Kind of familiar because I already have these pickups in another guitar. The radius on this neck is 7 1/4, vintage radius. I don't think so. Krellbar says Guitar Center probably pooched someone it for $250. I don't think so because they had it in there for $10.99. I'll bet when I was giving them $600, they might have been breaking even. Could you please play some SRV? Yeah. And right, to B, right? the advance on B. And then it's minor. That sounds about right. Hey, thanks, Luke. Thanks, Sean. Going by a little fast. Yeah, you know, it's like it was one of those things where I just had to, sort of had to do it. There's Abby Ibarra still wine pickups for Fender. I don't think so. I think she retired, right? So the pickups that I have initialed AY are from 2006, right? So that's, that's 12 years ago. So I think she retired. I mean, she started working. That was her. Was that her 50th anniversary working there in 2006? 56 to 2006? I mean, God, the woman already worked there 50 years. So I think she retired. I gotta think. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you guys don't have a seatbelt law in New Hampshire. We have one down here, though. You know what? Once I got used to it, you just get used to it. Oh, thanks, Cameron. Hey, Cameron. What's up, buddy? Cameron Cooper, man. If you guys don't know Cameron, he's a good player, man. He's a real good shredder. Check out his channel. What's up, Charlie? She has retired, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, God, like I said, it was her. She had been working for Fender for 50 years in 2006. What do I have here? You know what, I might try. Yeah, this might be a little bit better. We'll go, yeah, right there. I will say one thing. The dots disappear into the fingerboard a little bit. I wish and the side dots are also cream, so you don't, I mean, can you even make out the side dots there? This little mark in the wood, which is, it's under the finish, it seems to be just a dark spot in the wood. I use that as basically a position marker. Just once, Isaac, but you get it. She was just at Namwood Seymour. No, you're thinking of you're not thinking, was Abby there? Or are you thinking of Marcella Juarez? The Orange Mischief is a warranty video that I ran earlier, where I douse an amp in beer, and other people light theirs on fire, and they drop them, and they cover them in food and all this stuff. It's called How to Void Your Warranty, and it was just a little bit of fun we had out in Germany, out in Treppendorf, and that video should be coming out in like a week or so. No, it's not running through BIOS. It's running through TH3. dots are for noobs. Close your eyes and play. You don't need dots. Well, if you play the same guitar all the time, sure. But when you have like 40 different guitars and they're all different scales in different places, yeah, you know, it's, yeah, you like the dots. Trust me. Abby retired in 2013. There you go. I'd avoid your warranty in Australia. Look at it the wrong way, yeah. And you paid like 3 times the retail for it. I always I can't believe what the price is in Australia. I mean, we joke about it, but it's not funny. Congrats from Chile, thanks, buddy. Hey, what's up, Gary? Steve, have you played the new Ibanez AZ series? I have. I really like them. I play them at Winter NAMM, and I think I played Martin Miller's when he stopped by, and that's probably it. And well, I'm going to the GitCon in October, and I think Ibanez is going to be there, and I'm sure they're going to have AZ because that's sort of the model they'll be pumping. So I'll do something with that. It should be fun. Daniel's going to be there from Ibanez, a guy I've known for a little bit now. I see him at Winter NAMM. Yeah, the dots are upside down in Australia. That circle is upside down. Really like that sound. James says, just joined. Is that Sherwood Green? It sure is. That is Sherwood Green. Yep. There she blows. Steve, have you tried out the PRS Supermodels from Waves? I have not, but I have seen a bunch of promo on it. I don't know. I'm telling you, TH3 is still the one to beat. I see a lot of contenders coming up, but I don't think anyone's. I think we've sort of agreed on that. You know what? But they seem to be the only one out there. I mean, Amplitude finally came out with Amplitude 4. You know, and Guitar Rig, they haven't done anything. It has literally been, the last time they came out with a product was, I want to say 2011. It has like literally been like 7 years. So I think they've stopped. I think they've given up on it. I don't know what's going to happen with it. TH3 seems to be the only people developing. Them and IK Multimedia doing Amplitude 4. Does your wife ever give you grief on all the guitars? All the time. All the time. She's always looking around going, well, I'm sure there's something around here we can sell. It's like, what? I don't want to hear it. But she's right. But that's why I try to keep you're not going to see me show up here and say, like, I just dropped. I mean, you might, but you'll know I probably had some major score with money. But it's highly unlikely you're going to see me show up here with, like, a $2,500 guitar. Like, unless I got it through the manufacturer, and they gave me like some crazy artist pricing on it. That's the only way it would happen, because like again, this was double what I like to spend. This was 600 versus 300. So no, my wife, trust me, my wife does not have a bunch of shoes. That is not her at all. She's fairly frugal, and no, it's all me. It's 100% me. Yeah, no, wife 1, me 0. Ahoy, Mitch. "54, 56 was my number. 54. Well, your money, your stuff. Yeah, well, you find out when you're married, it's not your money anymore. It's our money. It's all right. She gives me plenty of leeway. And you know what? She doesn't spend her money on tangible things. She's more likely to spend it on a vacation, and that stuff adds up quickly. Very, very quickly, she can go down with the kids down to the Cape and be like, "Oh, we're just gonna get down the Cape for a couple of days and come back." And like, well, that was $1,500, because you're in a hotel for 3 days, and you're buying stuff, or it's $900. I mean, it adds up. Next thing you know, you're out a grand or north of that. But it's okay. It all works out. I get guitars. She likes to do more vacation stuff, and it all works out for everybody. What's up, Andre? In the market for a Strat, and that one is beautiful. What model is it? This is a 62 American Vintage reissue with it's a long, involved story. Norm's Rare Guitars went live for the 600th guitar of the day. Man. Right, Rocket Bear Bell? Right? He knows what I'm talking about. Hey, what's up, Brian? Good to see you, buddy. Steve, do you order any chips anymore? No, geez, I haven't done that since 2000. I think the last one I ordered was 2011. So it's been 7 years since the last one. That's why I'm not married and have a former wife. She wanted to sell me my stuff. Yeah, it happens. It happens. When you're both on the same page with that, it's great. But when you're not, it can be trouble. Love your vibrato technique. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Brett. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Really appreciate it. The time is at 8:04. Opinion on Alex Hutchings. I don't think I know who that is. Guitar player? Football player? Baseball player? What's his ERA? What year is that Strat? Well, it's a mix. The body is a 1999, and the neck is a 2016. So it's a bit of a mutt, but it's all lacquer. And like I said, it's got the custom shop pickups, and it's got all the high end. It's heavy. It's probably, it probably isn't an ash body, actually. I don't think they would do an ash. I gotta think that's alder. Yeah, no, Robert Baker. See, here's the thing. My wife doesn't know or care to know about my guitars. She's like, what? It literally falls in the whatever category, right? File it under who gives a shit. Robert Baker's wife is a guitar player. He can get away with nothing. She's like, oh, when did you get this new Les Paul? My wife wouldn't know a Les Paul, from a Moore Paul. Just doesn't know it. So it's not it really isn't an issue for me. For Robert Baker, it's a massive issue because he can't just show up with a guitar without, where'd you get that? It's like, knows exactly the model, knows he doesn't have it before, it completely sticks out. So that's where having a wife that's a musician or especially a guitar player, can be a real drag to your purchasing. Wow. A 58 Les Paul at Norm's Real Guitars. How much does he want for it? Oh, $75,000. Wife said, order the new one coming for the 50th anniversary. Yeah, that's, my wife was really supportive to me when I turned 50. She bought me a telly, brand new rosewood neck telly. She's very supportive about that. So she, like I said, when they're cool with it, it's great. And when they're not, just don't get into it. Again, that's where I think I have a tiny bit of advantage over Robert Baker because I can just be like, what? And he can't. Oh, now who's first? Robert Baker was texting me, and that's a good idea. Tone King giving me some tips, and I'm getting a text from Tone King. He's the tip king. He's giving me some tips right here. All right. 10 Pierce did a Norm's video today. Tim Pierce is a great player. Really, really good. Last time I checked, the folks were asking around 160,000. Yeah, there you go. I need to ask for permission. Yeah. Congrats on the strike, you lucky bastards. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, that's true. I don't have the matching. Seafoam green. Is it seafoam green? I think it's surf green. Is it seafoam? I think seafoam is a little bit greener, and the surf has got a little bit more white in it. Right? It's a little bit lighter. I think it's surf green. But yeah, you got to get the matching Strat. Now they made the matching rosewood Strat, but it's a Daphne blue instead of the surf green, and they clash. They don't really match. So I have the red Strat, right? I have the one in hot rod red, which is actually kind of a rare. It's actually kind of a rare color, Brother Steve, how do you feel about 24-inch scale Mustangs, Jags? Yeah, I get no problem with it. I don't mind. It's a pretty short scale, but it has a certain tone. It's a little brighter, right? There's a blue on the wall, Squire Vintage. That's a Fender that's made in Japan. It's for the Japanese market, right there. God, it's hard when you're opposite. You're in opposite land right there. Now that's an MIJ. It was for the Japanese market only, but they make their way to the States. People import them. Fiesta, no, not Fiesta Hot Rod Red. Fiesta Red is a little bit more pinky, and I think a little bit lighter. The Hot Rod Red is definitely more like a little bit lighter fire engine, a touch more white in the fire engine red department. They call it Hot Rod Red. Play any Shadows? I don't think I know any tunes by the Shadows. Oh, thanks, Rob S. New Strata Blaster. Oh, so here's a weird thing. The case that came with this had some case candy in it. And the guy, when I opened up, I saw the case candy. I could tell he was almost like he didn't want it to go. It's like, oh look, it's got some stuff in it. Because clearly they weren't giving me the case that came with this guitar. They give me a case that went to another guitar, right? The guy probably told him, go in the back room and you find the crappiest Fender case that guitar will fit in and bring it back out. The case he brought out, from what I can glean from a label that was on it, was that it was for an Eric Clapton signature model, right? And it's like the Fender, what do they call that? ABS plastic case with the molded indent Fender on the side. The classic Fender case has been around forever. It's got the aluminum band around the edges of the top and the bottom. And when I opened it up, inside was the manual for like a 1980 Fender The Strat, which I actually have one of those. I have an 82, but I don't think they changed the manual from 80 to 82. It's the same one. And it just happened to be in that guitar. It's like, so it's a Clapton. It was marked Clapton, but it was from like 1979 in there. I'm like, man. So that's kind of cool. I actually got the manual, which I can probably put that guitar in this case, and it would match better than this guitar in that case. Got to get a tweed case for this thing, right? Don't you kind of have to? What's up, James? Big Jim, what's up, buddy? Hello, Steve from the Emerald Coast. Hello, hello. Got the Emerald guitar. With that. Do you know any Dire Straits? Not off the top of my head. I forget it. So long ago. The cream inlays in the neck tint. Right? Isn't that cool? Those are called clay dot inlays, and they're exceedingly rare, only on the 59 reissue or custom shop. That's pretty much. Rather than Greens by the Shadows, great instrumental, cool. Are Tillman guitars any good? Yeah, you mean like Harley Benton? Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised at how good they were. I mean, they're not going to be like super high end. They're very low cost guitar, but I was impressed. There's one right there, the white one. That's a Tillman. It's a Harley Benton. And I got the gold top with the P90s, which I'm sure, I mean, even those P90s don't sound too bad, but I'll bet if I put a set of like Lindy Fralin P90s in it, it would be like just killer, or a nice set of Duncans, Hey, RJ, what's up, buddy? Guys, RJ Run Kilo is here, and you should check out his channel. Killer player, killer blues player. He plays all styles, but his blues and especially his Tex-Mex stuff is just great. been to Montreal for some Saint Bagels. No, and I probably butchered that. My wife went up with my son to go to the Montreal Jazz Festival, and then they came back down and they brought a couple of bags, but I don't think I'll be making the trip again. Yeah, what Robert said. RJ is fantastic. SRV, huh? That was lame, but man. Sounded good, man. Viper demo. Wait, yeah, see? I've stolen your thunder, Mr. Baker. That does sound very SRV, though, right? Must need like the position too. Gotta be careful. Get copyright strikes. Yeah, I didn't have a good experience with Kiesel. You know, it's hard when you order a guitar because it's a custom order and all that, you know. I like to buy used. You try it out, and if you don't like it, you know, you don't buy it, or if you order it online, you don't dig it, you return it. I'm really big about Guitar Center used. You know, I score some of my best deals through Guitar Center used. I really do. We need Nightbot. For this tone, I am using TH3. Yeah, broken free. The dilemmas. Well, if you're feeling inspired right now, you should play now. You can always watch this in a replay. What pickups did you say? Did you say what pickups in the guitar that sounds sweet? These are Custom Shop 69s, RJ. These are Custom Shop 69s. Good old CS 69s. So, you know, it's got that twang. You know, that 69 twang. They're bright. They're definitely brighter than I think even the Tex-Mex has a more mid-range push to it. Those are kind of mid-rangey. They're not quite, I think, as bell chimey as it's a different type of brightness than say the 50s, like the Fat 50s or the like our 57 set, but they're good. I like the Custom Shop 69s. How much do you think you spend on gear a year? Way too much. More than I should. Can we hear position 2? Yeah, sure. It's got that. God, I haven't practiced in weeks. But did I mention I got the acoustic insulation in? Ever use a floating bridge Strat? I'm using one right now. Yeah, Stevie T. Stevie T is a really excellent guitar player. He really is. His technique is down, man. It's really down. He's got it, and I like his goofball style. I like it that he doesn't take any of it very seriously at all, and I think that enrages some people who want to be like, I'm super serious. I'm a serious guitar player. It's like, oh God, here we go. Greetings from Dorchester. Dorchester. Say hi to your mother for me. Dorchester, yeah, jeez. I love it. I went to school in Dorchester. I went to UMass Boston. So I was going down Morrissey Boulevard, Galvin Boulevard, Morrissey Boulevard. Advice on pinch harmonics? It really is kind of choking up on the pick, and you need a thick pick. You need a stiff pick. You need one that's not going to be very flexible. I think if you're trying to do pinch harmonics on a thin pick, you might have a little trouble with that. I think you need like a medium or really even a heavy or an extra heavy, to get and you hear how they're not really coming out there. The tone has a lot to do with it too. Versus let's just switch to a bit of a more metal patch. Like then everything is pinch harmonics. You have to remember there's harmonics up and down the string. Steve Stevens wrote a song around it. Right? But if you do the same thing from the with the pinch harmonics, so they're all over the place. So if you don't get one, move your hand a little bit. You might be in a dead zone. There you go. I hope that helps. But it really is a pinching, choking up on the pick a little bit and getting the flesh of the side of your thumb. And believe it or not, I think I squeeze the pick a little bit more because it flares out the side of my thumb a little bit. Right? If that helps. Dot. See, the pinch harmonics just come out so easy. Something like that. If only if Randy had played a Strat, right? Now you're going to see a video from Robert Baker in about 3 weeks called "What if Randy played a Strat?" And it'll be all Randy riffs on his Strat. You find pinch harmonics are easier on the bolt-on. I haven't noticed that. I can't say I have noticed a difference between a bolt-on. People say that bolt-ons are snappier, but I don't know. A lot of words out there about music, right? What did Elvis Costello say? Talking about music is like dancing about architecture. Yeah, I don't think so. I think they're easier depending on the patch. That's what I think makes it easier. Right, and by patch I mean what do you have for sound? So like I can go to this one. That's a different patch, but it really sets itself up for pinch harmonics. Not so much, Robert. Wow. Am I good, bro? I'm telling you, man. Wow, that's too funny. See? I know you, bro. I know you. That is too funny. Oh, man. What's your DAW? I'm not running through a DAW right now. I'm running standalone, but I'm playing TH3. Oh, man, I'm screwing this up. Stevie, YouTube full-time now. No, I still do a little bit of IT work. But I'm trying. But, because money. Alright, let me just move. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to move this in right there, and then over to here. Right there. Oh, that's not it. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it's TH3. Let's try a different patch. Let's go. I think we were all liking that Contemporary Blues 2, which is a good one. money is a pain in the ass. It's funny how many people need it. Thanks, Terry Tickler. Steve, I have asked many times, do you process TH3 or do you have it here raw? Oh, you're hearing it raw. No. There's only one effect in the signal chain, and that's TH3. So it's guitar to my Focusrite, and then the Focusrite, sends the digital signal to the computer, and the computer just takes it over from there. And then it goes out of the. I have to do a little bit of finagling with the wiring, so that you can hear both my voice and the guitar at the same time through the mixer, right? So that's just a little bit, but that's just routing signals. There's no processing. It's just TH3. It would be as dry as my voice is right now. And in fact, we can there it is. That's my guitar. Just direct. And I just go here. Bit of a difference. Well, that's bright, huh? Well, the delay is really loud. Let me check that. It's only 11.9%. Are we getting that many? It's a little better right there. There we go. All right. Steve, you're going to play the backing tracks again. That was so great. I want to do that. Here's the problem. I didn't write that backing track, right? I just found that backing track in a big folder of backing tracks I've amassed over the last 10 years. And it was very well produced. And the problem with that is that means somebody probably sold it, and there could be all kinds of copyright issues with using it. And I don't want to spend a bunch of time working on a video. You get to the end of it, and I use a backing track, and they go, oh, that's actually owned by somebody, and it's been monetized, and they're taking the monetization away from you. It's like, that really sucks. So I could just make my own backing tracks, but that's a lot more work. I should just get down and just make like a handful of tracks. It would make my life a lot easier. But yeah, I want to do that more and more because people like to hear stuff in a mix. And, it's more of a real life situation other than just noodling in your bedroom. Though I find that that's a situation a lot of people find themselves in. Most people out there that I talk to that are players, they don't play in a band. They're just like me. They're a noodler in their basement who are way into guitars, and it's just what they're into. Roasted maple neck thoughts. I like roasted maple necks. I think they're stable. I think they're a lot more stable than just a regular maple neck because it just gets rid of a lot of moisture. And that makes them really rock solid. And I think they get a little denser because the space between fibers shrinks down as they get the last remaining moisture out of it. So I think they're a very stable neck. I like roasted maple necks. And I mean, let's face it, they look awesome. Yeah, I like rosewood fretboards too. Today, gonna try again tomorrow. Yeah, it's great when you find good pedals out there. You sound good playing a Honda through a PA amp. You know, it's so funny when people mention PAs. When I was a kid, right, when I first started playing guitar, I had this like fantasy and it probably goes back to like stereo speakers back then, but you know, in the late '70s, early '80s. But I had a dream that I would be like in my room and like playing guitar, and there'd be like these two big like stack speakers, you know, that my guitar would go through. And I wasn't even thinking in terms of an amp, right? Because you can't think that way because I didn't really have an amp other than my little Supro. And I just figured that was a kid's amp. Boy, I wish I still had that Supro amp. But yeah, and what wound up happening is when pretty early on in 1980, I went to go see a friend of mine's band, and the band next door was selling a Shure Vocal Master for $150, which in 1980 was a lot of money. And my dad just thought the speakers were amazing. You know, they were 7 feet tall. You know, and it was a tube head, and I got and he threw in an SM58 with it, and I remember getting that to my house, and I had a Fender Twin Reverb, which you know, I'd plug an MXR Distortion Plus into the front of it, you know, for distortion, and I would play that through the amp, and I would mic the amp up and run it through the PA speakers. And I gotta say, it sounded pretty damn good. Oh, hey man, Tone Talk's here. What's up, buddy? We gotta do a collab sometime. I like the sound of this patch. It's a good patch. It pairs well with this guitar, you know. I love when Steve is playing a Fender, more my style. Nothing against the Ibanez. It's Charvel's not my thing. You know, I go through periods. Right, I'll go through a big Ibanez period. I'm all into Ibanez. I go through a Fender period, and you know, it happens. You just go, you know, cycles. But yeah, that's pretty much my two brands, Fender and Ibanez. It's what I probably have the most of. Yeah, I my rig RJ predated that by 5 years. Think about that. Predated this. That movie came out in 1985. I had that rig in 1980. And I remember getting my 73 Strat hardtail. I got that in the spring of '81. I was 15, and I distinctly remember running that through it. Thanks, Terry. You're awesome, buddy. Yeah, Green Meanie's right. One day one guitar feels better than the other, right? And I think Phil X said it best. You eat pizza every day, right? Some people do. And I should do a video about that. It's like, there are definitely people out there that they're into just one guitar and that's it. You know, I'm looking your way. You know, what's his name? Andy. Oh God, I'm having a friggin' brain fart. You know that guy, plays guitar. But yeah, some dudes they're just into one guitar. That's not me. Ever run into Richie from Boston? I have not, though. People tell me about him a lot. Ugh, get something in my eye here. There we go. Yeah, they copied my rig for that movie. Exactly, RJ. Where's my, where's my check? Timmons, thank you. Timmons. God. Andy the demo go, no, Andy Timmons. Thinking Andy. So Andy Timmons, right? I mean, he just pretty much plays that one guitar. I mean, he has a couple of other ones he plays, but it's pretty rare. He mostly plays that his main guitar, like his number one. Yeah, right, Paul? Sherwood Green. Yeah, it really. There you go. Showman Blues. Willie Nelson. One guitar. He's a one guitar man. Robin Ford, kind of, yeah. I really been getting into Robin Ford lately. He's such a monster player. His blues style, He's just got these great riffs, One more guitar tonight? I don't know. Do I have one more tonight? Have one more in me? I think I'm out of guitars. Okay, all right, David's back, all right. Anyway, I couldn't live with one guitar. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, man. I couldn't live with one either. Hey, do you practice the 6-month rule? If you don't use it in 6 months, you sell it? No, I'd lose like 2/3 of my guitars if I did that. So, yeah, Robin Ford he's just such an amazing player. His combination of jazz riffs and blues riffs, just so good, so tasty. So tasty, I might have to, yeah. People saying the diamond, I don't know. Let's see what's
Protect your eyes, kids.
Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong one. But we do have breaking news. I hit that other video by mistake. We do have breaking news. I got a new guitar. It showed up 15 minutes before I went live, which I just opened it up. It's probably not in tune. It's probably not set up. It's probably not good. But should I get it? I think I should get it. We'll get the breaking news. So, all right, I'm going to get it. Hold on. New guitar, unseen by anybody. I'm going to get it. Here we go. I got to put this on mute. Put that there. I think I need this because that doesn't have a strap. All right, ready? Here you go. Oi, oi. Ooh, this thing is heavy. Oi. Oi. Okay. Breaking news. You're seeing it first. I don't even, it's probably not in tune. It literally just showed up. This is a Fender 70s reissue. Mexico. It's got an ash body. I can tell it weighs a ton. I literally this is the first time I'm picking this guitar up. So why don't I put I'll put a tuner on it. Oh yeah, that's off a little bit. And then we'll talk about this guitar. Oh, you know, it's actually pretty good. All right. I don't even know if this guitar is going to work. We're going to plug it in and find out right now. If it doesn't work, I blame Robert Baker. Just because I can. All right. Here we go. Oh, it works. That's a positive sign. Oh, yeah, that's nice. All right. So, this is a Fender. God, I can't believe I'm saying this. This is a Fender Mexican 70s Strat. I picked this up off of Guitar Center for, drum roll please, $274.95. I thought it was a Squire. I mean, at that price, right? So I fell over myself calling the guy up and trying to buy it. And it's probably a little hot right there. Yeah, there's a little better. It's Olympic white. Yeah. I can say one thing, I like the tone of it. So this guitar was in Manhattan, right at the Manhattan Guitar Center. I see it in the picture, but it's listed as a Fender Strat, right? Just Fender standard Stratocaster. So there's one of two possibilities. Either it's the pictured guitar, which is this guitar, and I'm dying, I'm falling all over myself to get for $274.99. I mean, please. This guitar sells retail for $849. That's the retail on this with a bag. And I got, as you can see right there, right there, I got a hard shell case. Okay, it came with a hard shell case, not to make you feel any worse about it. And it's got it's the right cut, you know, that big thick 70s cut, and it's an ash body. So I look on there and I call up the guy, and it's the Manhattan store, and I call him up and I'm like, hey, I'm calling about a guitar you got listed there. I had a few questions about it. He goes, yeah, let me go get it. He comes back and he goes, you know, it kind of has vintage tuners on it. I was like, oh yeah, I was going to ask you about that because it looked like, so it's kind of a vintage style. And he's like, yeah. And he could tell, I could hear his like puzzlement on the other end. And I go, so is it like a 3-bolt or is it a 4-bolt? He goes, it's a 3-bolt. And I go, oh yeah, so that's like a 70s style, huh? He's like, yeah. And then he goes, I go, wow. I go, and that's with the hard. I go, that's with the case. He goes, yeah, but it might not be a hard case. It was a hard case. He goes, I go, yeah, well, I go, that's a really good price. He goes, yeah. I go, so it's listed as fair condition. What's wrong with it? Because when it's listed as fair, I worry a little bit. He goes, I'll be honest, if I took it in, I would have listed it as great condition. He goes, it doesn't have a scratch on it. And he's right. It's missing the back plate. That's probably like missing a part. Maybe that's what makes it fair, but I don't even care. And so he was all like, I was like, yeah, dude, let me buy it, you know? And he was having trouble ringing it up, and I was like, oh, it's sold, right? In other words, I'm just not there fast enough. It's sold out. Because anybody who saw this guitar And he goes, no, it definitely didn't sell. He goes, buy it. He goes, I'm a manager. He goes, buy it over the website, and you'll be able to buy the guitar. And I went to buy it, and it said, this item isn't available any longer. No, there's an insufficient quantity. I said, dude, it's sold. He goes, I'm telling you right now, I am looking at, this is yesterday morning. He goes, I am looking at this guitar. It is not sold. He goes, I can sell it to you right now. I just got to do everything over the phone, and you're going to have to give me everything over the phone. I said, fine. Gave him everything over the phone, rang it up, $274.99. It was like $20 to ship it and like another $15 in tax. And he said, it's probably not going to go out today. He goes, it's probably going to, is it plywood? No. It's ash. It's solid ash. This guitar is $850 new. He goes, it's probably not going to go out today. And right before I came on here, right about 6:30, I heard the doorbell ring. It was UPS. It was a box. I go, what the hell is this? Oh, somebody sent me a guitar. He's like, no, it's the guitar you bought, you big dope. So I brought it down. I was like, oh my God, it's that Strat. It's like, it's been here 24 hours later. It's here. And I was like, damn. So I opened it up and just looked at it, and I found that breaking news clip. And I said, well, maybe at the end of the show, we'll do a little breaking news. And no, Showman, it is. It's a 70s. See, look at the tuners. That's the 70s tuners. I'm just trying to get it so they're not so reflective. Yeah, right there, right? Check out the tuners, man. And the three, it's heavy. It's so heavy, that's ash. That's an ash body, which is what the 70s were, right? The 70s were an ash body. Yeah, no, it's a hell of a guitar. Winning. Hashtag winning. It's a U-shaped neck, but it's actually pretty slight. It's just how it tapers. So there's not a V on the back. It's rounder than that, but it's not a C shape either. That's a U shape. You still have the Steel Panther signed Kramer Pacer? I do. It does have good tone, huh? So, I'm probably going to have to just do a video on it, like my whole technique for buying a used guitar. And that process right there is pretty much how I do it. You got to call them up right away. You got to get the guitar in the hand, and you have to confirm that the picture you're looking at is the actual guitar they're going to send you. They had a 65 AVRI on there one time as a Mexican Strat for $299. And I just said, you know what? Why even call up and alert them that they've listed the wrong guitar? Just have it sent. And of course, the guitar that showed up was a red Mexi Strat and looked nothing like the guitar that was listed. And I wound up just returning the guitar. It was a huge, failure. That's why it pays to call them, because you call them up and you basically say, does that really have an oversized headstock? Does it have vintage tuners? Is it really that ivory off-white, which is called Olympic white? And getting those answers and that feedback, you're like, dude, let's do this. And they're all too happy because most of the time they're earning a commission. So they're all too happy to help you out over the phone. And the great thing about Guitar Center is if it showed up and it was a complete dog, I got 45 days to bring it back. It doesn't meet my eco needs. Sorry. Bring it right the hell back. In fact, many times I've bought a guitar, it's never even made out of the store. I have it shipped to the store. This time I had it shipped here because he said, you know, the way I am processing this, I cannot ship it to the store. I have to ship it to you. And I said, not a problem. Do it up. And I'm stoked, you know. Again, there's also a list of guitars I missed out on. There was a 10-top PRS a year ago. When I tell you this guitar was so gorgeous, it came with the case. He might have even had the paisley case, all the case candy. It was a 10-top. When I tell you, it was a custom 22. When I tell you this guitar was so gorgeous, I just didn't have the money at the time. $14.99. $14.99. It sold very, very quickly, as they often do. Just like that SG sold at $7.99. But $274, that's another level, I think. You know, that's again, if you went to go buy these brand new, it would be $849 with a gig bag. And I paid $274.99 plus tax and shipping, and with the hard shell case over there. There it is. I'm in opposite world here. All right. But I think I can impart some good advice on how to buy. The same thing when and the details about the Sherwood Green Strat are just too numerous to even get into. It's got an extra screw in the pick guard, right? It should have been, if it's a 59, it should have been 10 instead of 11. So now I'm thinking it's a 62, but it's got clay dot inlays. That makes it a 59 because it didn't do clay dot inlays unless it's a custom shop, but it isn't custom shop. But it shouldn't have 3 patent numbers, but it does have 3 patent numbers. That's not right. So all these little clues, I mean, you really have to know your stuff to go and do it. And that's where Google comes in. That's where the absolute vastness of Google, where you can say, I want to look at a 59 headstock, and they got 10 of them in a row. And you can look and say, no, this doesn't match up. This isn't right. Right? And so it's like, that's where doing your homework and getting your knowledge down. Knowledge is key to this whole game. And, you know, when you're in the zone, man, boy, you can really score. So that's my advice to you. People are scared of 3 bolts. Yeah, you know, they were when they first came out, but, you know, here we are, you know, 40 years after the 70s, and all those guitars are still working. So the 3 bolts really was a non-issue. Yeah, too numerous. They really are. I'll do a whole video on it because, you know, the sleuth work, the detective work on that Sherwood Green Strat, even much more than this. This was under $300. I was like, take a chance, right? I just followed what Abba says, take a chance on me. I was like, damn it, I will. I really like these pickups. Did you buy the Green Strat? I did, and I bought this one too. You're not my wife, are you? Borrowing it? It's a neck adjustable. Yeah, so it has a bullet truss rod adjustment up here, right, for the truss rod, the classic bullet. And then it's got the micro tilt right there. See the little micro hole right there, the old micro tilt. Popping mic. It's an old-fashioned mic pop. All right, gotta get this back on here. All right, here we go. All right, guys. Well, there you go. Well, you got a little breaking news at the end there. does sound good, huh? All right. Well, I know what I got. I know I have cut out. What's the patch name? Good question. We're going to check that. Contemporary Blues 2. I'm in Contemporary Blues 2, which means it's probably Contemporary Blues, and I think I just tweaked the tube screamer. I just turned the gain up on it, that's all. Well, guys, here we are 2 hours later. 2 guitars later. Breaking news. What's up, Harry? And don't forget the orange stuff. And what else? I think that was it. New guitars, new orange. As far as the fall, I got GitCon coming up. I've got the orange amps coming. I've got more Vola guitars coming. So it'll be a busy fall. Got a bunch of stuff to go through. Should be good. All right, dudes. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up. I know. It's right. It's 2 hours already. I know, right? Too funny. Play Deuce by Kiss. I gotta think about that one. All right. I know. Exactly. I'm like CNN. Did new tubes amount to anything? Not yet. We'll give them a little while. Any new product takes a little while to get going. All right. And on that, I think we're gonna wrap it up. I'm scrolling the mouse. I think we're gonna head out. All right, guys. As always, thanks so much for hanging out, and I'll probably see you in a couple of weeks. I think I missed my second show in August. It was just too busy, but we'll do 2 in September. And to everyone that contributed, thanks so much. Super appreciated. And as always, no, you rock. No, you rock. Thanks so much for hanging out. And rock on.